that's why I said it was compartmentalized. Perhaps there were things that are not shared with everyone, are not shared with me, are shared with me, but are not shared with others either. Perhaps that's the only way I can even fathom it, no? But definitely operationally, which means policy, which means whatever happens in DepEd, I can honestly say that really goes through me. But on why they are naming ASEC Sunshine as the one giving the envelope, I really do not know. And even if you were to ask me now, I wouldn't even dare ask.
What's the task of Attorney Sunshine pala, if I may ask?
As far as I know, she was the head EA even before I joined DepEd, Your Honor. So, in fact, she was the one who interviewed me when I applied for DepEd. And then my last interview was the Vice President, and that was the day that I met the Vice President for the first time, when I was offered the job of spokesperson. And I remained to be a spokesperson from July 2022 to around April 2023. So just to give you a background on all this, because I can definitely understand, Your Honor, the sentiments of the good congressman on parang medyo weird, no? Chief of Staff ka, bakit di mo alam ang lahat ng nangyayari? In fact, it's a bit embarrassing for me to also admit na hindi ko alam lahat ng nangyayari. But it's really the way it is. Things are compartmentalized even from day one. So even as spokesperson, when may balita and I need to get to an interview, honestly, I have to message with the Vice President at that time to find out every time on what she wants me to say during the interview. At least just to give you a picture, Your Honor, on how it was.
Okay, thank you. Just I guess a manifestation in closing, Mr. Chair. Narinig naman natin ilan yung lumabas na po dito sa committee na the same yung kanilang sinabi, na nakareceive po sila ng envelopes, no? At hindi ho nila ma-explain kung saan lang gagaling itong mga envelopes na ito. May iba sinasabi gift, may isa sinasabi it's a form of persuasion, but whatever they call it, it's something irregular. It does not happen regularly, no? Pangalawa, yung apat na po, kung tatanungin sa katanungan, sa kasagutan po ni Ms. Catalan, ang sabi po niya, tinatawagan po sila individually, binibigay sa kanila. I think the same story also we've heard from the rest of our invitees who said also the same thing, no? Ibig sabihin po, hindi ho sila pinag-usapan, itong apat na ito, hindi nila napag-usapan, meaning to say they've done the individual na binibigay sa kanila. So it's impossible for these individuals who came out saying the same thing to make up stories na pare-pareho po ang kanilang sinasabi. Ang point ko lang po dito, Mr. Chair, is if it's done discreetly, secretly, there's something really the act really in the giving out of these sobres must be really in question, Mr. Chair. Yun lang pong aking manifestation, Mr. Chair, at marami pong salamat. Thank you, Attorney Puwa, for giving us a background.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Acop, you're recognized.
I would just like to follow up the question of the Honorable ADIONG. Yusek Puwa, at sabi po nyo, hindi kayo nakatanggap ng envelope. Did I hear it right?
Mr. Chair, nakatanggap po ako pero hindi envelope mula kay VP mismo occasionally, no? And I can try to cite the occasions if you would want me to.
Yung envelope kagaya ni Madam Catalan.
I was never called to ASEC Shine's office for the record to receive an envelope. I don't know why, to be honest.
Thank you. ASEC Monsayak, have you received also an envelope? Just
Good
like
afternoon.
Madam Catalan?
Good afternoon,
ASEC
Mr. Chair
Monsayak,
and
you're
Your Honor.
recognized.
May I answer, Your Honor?
Yes, please.
Your Honor, I never received any envelope from ASEC Shine Fajarda or the Vice President. Never, Your Honor. And if you will recall the testimonies of the persons who supposedly admitted that they received envelope, they started receiving February and it ended September 2023. I only joined DepEd in October 2023, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Yusek Escobedo, the same question.
Yusek Escobedo.
Mr. Chair, Your
recognized.
Honors, hindi po ako nakatanggap but during birthday, binigyan lang po ako ng isang cash lang po for my birthday and Christmas.
Thank you. How about you, Sec. Memphine?
Yusek Mempin.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Now, Madam Catalan, what makes you special, or what do you have that you would merit a 25,000 envelope, contained in an envelope? Ano pong meron po kayo?
Miss Catalan, you are recognized.
Hindi ko po masagot, Your Honor.
Kasi, yung mga matataas sa inyo, ang testimony nila, hindi po sila nakakatanggap. Pero here you are, the head of the accountant division, nakatanggap po kayo. Ano po ang meron kayo that would merit na bigyan po kayo ng envelope ni Vice President?
Your Honor, yung sinabi lang po sa akin ni Sec. Shine is that a form of gratitude.
What did you do? What did you do that would merit yung kuwan na yun? Na maging magpapasalamat sa iyo si Madam Fajarda or the Vice President. Ano po yung ginawa ninyo?
Maybe we're just doing our job in the accounting division, so maybe they were just very...
Naniniwala po ba kayo na sobre at pera ang award ng isang empleyado na efficient sa pagtrabaho po niya?
Maybe, Your Honor.
Huh? When you say maybe, it is being done in the department? Ganun po ba?
No, no, Your Honor, kasi
O kaya nga,
I cannot
anong
say.
meron ka na ganun ang kwan sa iyo?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, hindi ko po masasagot kung ano ba meron.
Kasi ako, ang tingin ko, dahil ikaw ang head ng accounting division, kagaya ng maging head ng budget o mga head ng treasurer, it is your position. Kasi yung liquidation at saka clearing, dumadaan palagi sa inyo sa inyong mga opisina. Di ba? At no matter how you look at it, marami pong kalokohan sa liquidation at saka use of funds. Di po ba?
Yung regular transaction, we ensure na lahat po ng disbursement is duly supported by documentary requirements. But again, the confidential fund is quite different and the first time that we have in the department.
Whether it's confidential or regular funds, may mga kalokohan sa liquidation. Would you agree? Kasi ang daming kaso sa ombudsman na ganyan So it's happening.
Honor, but in DepEd, basta regular transaction po, we ensure na lahat po ng transactions or disbursements are duly supported with supporting documents, and these are subject to post-audit naman po.
Hindi natin, I would ask you questions regarding the regular fund, tsaka sa procurement, but it's not the issue of the day. Ang issue kasi ngayon is the use of confidential funds. I would like to ask you that also. Pero ako, from my experience, nakikita ko na yung mga ganyan na pwesto, yun po yung nare-regaluhan ng sobre either by the heads of office or by those who transact business with your office. Kasi the ombudsman cases would show that na nangyayari talaga. Hindi po ba kayo naniniwala ron?
Naniniwala po, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Nabante.
Ms. Catalan, you have been in the DepEd for 30 years, correct?
Your Honor, 36 years.
How many cabinet secretaries have you been in?
I cannot remember, but the first cabinet secretary was Secretary Isumbing.
Were you even given envelopes during those times on different secretaries?
Your
Mr.
Honor, as
Catalan?
I mentioned earlier, there was no giving of envelopes in all these years except in 2023.
So therefore, only when the Vice President was the Secretary of DepEd.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You've got to realize that those 9 envelopes has a total amount of 225,000. Am I right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Attorney Powa, do you remember receiving an envelope that has about 200,000 in it?
Mr. Chair, Your Honor, no. The simple answer is no. The biggest, if I need to share,
Yes, go
probably when one time nakwento ko nga na nag-reimburse ako because I had a media party, no, for just to host the media for Christmas. I was given around 20 to 25 at that time, which was, well, to be candid, lower pa than what I made abono. But who are we to diba? So. But never, not definitely not 200, not 100,000, not 50,000.
Oh, Ms. Catalan, he was an undersecretary of DepEd, the spokesperson of the Vice President, yet he has not even received, that amount of money during his time. I would even guess that Yusek Escobedo and Yusek Mempin, who have received gifts, during your birthdays and Christmas, for example, you have not received that much, have you?
No, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
No. Yusek Escobedo?
No, Your Honor.
So, hindi po ba kayo nakakahalata na Ms. Catalan na napakalaki ng natanggap ninyo for, those 9 envelopes? More than all of this USEC here that have a higher position than you have?
No, Your Honor, kasi I do not have any information or I'm not aware that nakakatanggap or sino yung nakakatanggap at hindi.
Yeah, but you are aware of the law. You are aware of Republic Act. Republic Act, 3019, which is actually, dito sa akin Republic Act 3019, Anti-Graft and Corrupt Practices. You're aware of that, isn't it? You know that, isn't it?
Yes, Your
Ano yan?
Honor.
Okay, wala naman So, dapat nakikita na natin ngayon yan kung paano. That's the reason why I'm asking you na I would even guess that those envelopes you received were a form of pressure on your part to sign. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Your Honor,